Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Tastefully Balanced. I'm Miriam, and for today's episode, we are going to make a sun-dried tomato cauliflower spaghetti. It's not going to be your typical spaghetti sauce. It's going to be a little bit drier, but still full of flavors. So if you guys love easy spaghetti recipes, please subscribe and keep watching. All right, welcome back. So the first thing I did is I took a big pot of water, I boiled it, and I added my spaghetti to it. And then towards the end, maybe 2 minutes before it was done, 2 to 3 minutes before it was done, I added the cauliflower head. So I just chopped up the cauliflower florets, and then I added it to the boiling pasta. And that just makes it so that the pasta and the cauliflower are perfectly al dente. So that is all done. Now we can get started with our delicious sauce. So I've got my same big pot. This is just a one pot meal, so you don't have to get anything else dirty. I'm gonna add a little bit of oil to it, wait for that to warm up. And then I will add in some onions and red bell pepper that I've chopped up. All right, I'm gonna fry this up for about 5 to 6 minutes until it's nice and soft. All right, so that looks good. Now I'm gonna add in some sun-dried tomatoes. I buy the ones that are not in oil, so a little bit healthier, but that does mean that you just have to add a tiny, tiny bit of liquid. And what I have here is the pasta water. So I just saved some before I drained everything out. There we go. This kind of just plumps up those sun-dried tomatoes a little bit with the liquid. Okay, and then now I'm gonna add some spices. So very, very simple, just salt, black pepper, Italian seasoning, and then a little bit of crushed red pepper. Give that a good mix. And then I'm gonna add in a tiny bit of Italian seasoned breadcrumbs. This kind of gives it a nice crisp to the overall pasta. All right, so that looks good. All the liquid is nice and absorbed. So now I get to add in my angel hair pasta and the cooked cauliflower florets. All right, and then to thin it out a little bit, I'm gonna add in some of that reserved pasta water. Give that a good mix. All right, so that looks nice and mixed, and now to give it kind of a cheesy flavor, I am going to add a little bit of nutritional yeast. And give that a good mix. And I also ended up using about a cup of that reserved pasta water. All right, that is our super easy sun-dried tomato cauliflower pasta. So now I'm just going to serve myself up. Okay, and wait for it to get a little bit cooler. Such simple ingredients, but it's so flavorful because of the sun-dried tomato especially. I love sun-dried tomatoes, so if you want to add more, go ahead so that you can see it throughout the entire spaghetti. But this is delicious. It's a little bit different because it's not your usual runny pasta sauce type of spaghetti. It's a little bit on the drier side, but I like this. Pair it with some vegetables, some sort of meat substitute on the side, and you've got yourself a perfect meal. So as always, I always put the recipe in the description box below. It has all of the amounts that I use for this recipe, along with a ton of other very, very delicious recipes. So if you guys love easy pasta recipes, please comment, like, share, and subscribe. And as always, live life tastefully balanced. Oh, it's a big bite. Mm-mm-mm.